I contacted Robert and Nancy Truax, who live in Huntsville, Alabama. Mr. Truax is age 80. He told me he took dialysis 3 times a week. He's a diabetic. He said, I'd love to be there, but the dialysis keeps him from traveling. He asked if we would send him a memory book if we had one, and he said he thought about us from time to time. Nancy was doing very well according to him, and I don't know what this is. I asked him if he had a PhD. He said, no, I have an EED, and what is that? He said it's very close to a PhD or similar to a PhD. He taught at Northeast Louisiana in Monroe and then retired in 1993 from Ole Miss as a teacher. He had a quadruple bypass in 1994, and he has 2 children, one in Selma, Alabama, and one in Huntsville. He said, if it were possible, I would be here. But what really struck me, he said, you know, I'm really doing pretty good. He really did. His attitude was great. And then I contacted B.C. Dodson, who lives in Magnolia. And Mr. Dodson, I just jotted this down when I'm talking to him, and I was going to redo it, but too lazy. I think he told me he was 84 years old. He came here in 1956, and this was his first teaching job. He did not graduate from high school. He went into the Navy, then came back and got his education. He went from here to Southern Arkansas University, University of Arkansas at Magnolia, and taught there for 26 years, and he was the Dean of School of Science and Technology, and he did have a PhD, or he does have a PhD. He said Crossett was the best school and the greatest school, and they gave him the opportunity to do things that other schools would not have. He's done a lot of things with advanced courses throughout the country also. He said, I wish I could be there, but my wife has Alzheimer's and I can't leave her. He said that he'd soon be 84 years old and takes no medication. He's in excellent health with his wife. And that, I believe, is all the teachers that I contacted. The last few were the only ones that are still living, and it was a pleasure for me to do that. Now, the one that is not still living is Glennie Huey. And, you know, Patsy alluded to Glennie, and the same thing that I remember the most about her. We had those vocabulary cards, you remember that? And we had a stack of those that long. I think I learned 2 of them, but not stacked, 2 cards. But Bill Runyon came into our classroom one time, and he was the monitor, the hall monitor. You remember that, Bill? And nobody knew the definition of gyration. And she asked Bill what the definition was. And I don't know if he knew it or not, but she was standing like this, and I was seated there, and Gerald Wayne was seated there. And she said, it's rotating around. And I have never, ever forgot that. Rotating around. Someone said today that they didn't think that they ever saw her that she didn't have high heels on. But I have a letter that she sent to the class of '56, and she was a tennis player, so I guess she did come out of those high heels. And she had twin boys. In her later years, she taught piano, was a Bible teacher. But I guess I remember her more than anyone else because she was pretty obvious, paid attention to her class. Couldn't do anything else. Well, that's what I found, and I hope you enjoy it.